So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Come on in. Let's do this thing again. It is 53 degrees here in the beautiful state of Florida in Daytona Beach. And that's cold, though. It really is cold. I don't understand cold weather. Could anybody explain to me? Could you help me, please? Why does cold weather exist?
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost. Cold weather, yeah, it never made sense. I left Virginia when I was 18 years old. I said, Mom and Dad, I know this is where you dropped me, but this makes no sense at all. If there's a ski resort, maybe, I can understand cold weather. Beyond that, I don't even understand the concept. Probably got something to do with the winter and getting ready for spring and rejuvenation and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, if it's cold weather, I don't want to talk about it. But good to have you here today. By the way, people saying to me, Scott, how do I reach you? I'm on Instagram. Hey, Scott Smith. Common name, I had to get creative, right? So it's at Hey Scott Smith on Instagram. You can send a note to Scott at dailyboostpodcast.com. One thing you might want to do, I know you're overburdened with Facebook and all that kind of stuff, but I've got a Facebook group for this podcast. It's called, just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. It'll redirect you to it. Good group of people, highly moderated, not that busy, enough every single day to motivate and inspire. Some good ideas popping up there. So if you want kind of a good group, I do watch it. I'll toss your, let me say the way I'd say it to somebody else. I'll toss your butt out if you're not being nice and you're not being cool. You're out of here. You're done. I follow the Patrick Swayze Roadhouse school of how to be cool. Be cool, be nice. If you don't know when it's time to not be nice, watch the movie. Patrick will explain it to you. So this morning at 7 a.m., I hit the Zoom call for my weekly Face Your Passion Inner Circle meeting. This call has evolved a lot in the past 2 years, and I never thought that I would spend time at 7 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. But this is the best call of the week. Mature people, professional people, people that really trying to make their lives better. They're trying to make money. They're trying to support each other. It's just so cool. And so I decided to kind of lead today with them and take them down something that's part of my world and that they need to understand. And it turned out to be an incredible call. I can't give you 75 minutes worth of content right now, but I can kind of sum it up for you. Because there's things happening in the world today that are affecting your ability to get a job, your ability to run your business and get customers, your ability to have relationships and everything. And yes, it's somewhat AI. There's no doubt that's accelerating what's going on. It's 2026, and that's kind of it. But it's a very human thing that's happening right now. But I think we have the technology now that's allowing us to do so many things that we could not do before and easier. And obviously, that's what one of the things that AI is so good at. AI, I don't think caused this. I think this is coming along for a long time. So let me start by introducing something to you you may not have heard before. And this is the time, the era we're living in right now. We're living in an era of a trust deficit, a lack of trust. No kidding. We just are. It's how it is these days. And because we communicate so much, because we're all connected via the internet thing, it's easy for us all to kind of go down the same path. And then why are we in this trust deficit? Why do we not trust anybody anymore? And by the way, when I say that, I have a hard time saying it, but the truth is I trust people that are close to me like crazy. I'm a inherently trustful guy. I trust you. I like to be trustworthy for you. I'm inherently that way. I inherently believe people are good. People laugh at me when I say that. I really believe that most people are good. And I'm usually proven otherwise some of the time. But the trust deficit is in place because I think one reason that we recently have come out of what would be called the attention era. Now, attention is something that we teach around here all the time because attention is really where it all begins. What gets your attention becomes your focus. It becomes what you're interested in. It changes your life. In fact, if you're a person who chases squirrels all the time or shiny objects, you know attention is your problem, right? We have come out of a massive attention era. Certainly the past 10 years, our president these days, I mean, he's an attention grabber like nobody you've ever seen. Love him, hate him, whatever. He just keeps the spotlight on him. We're living in that right now. And we're coming out of an era where a lot of people have done that. The influencer era, everybody's screaming loud and shouting more and more. Here's my attention, get my attention. And they're grabbing your attention. Now, when the internet first started, we got opt-ins, we got all this cool stuff we'd like to do. And eventually we realized that you got my attention. I leaned in and then I got burnt. It didn't work out. And then I just got tired. I got burnt out from all the activity. So we start to pull back a little bit. It's harder to get somebody's attention these days. So if you're trying to get a job, harder to get their attention, isn't it? If you're running a business, it's harder to get somebody's attention. Heck, it's hard to get somebody's attention for anything unless you're in a trust relationship with them. My clients, they get my attention. I get their attention. I go to church, boom, they call me right back, whatever I need. It doesn't, my friends, in a second. My friends, why I have a rule. Here's a rule of any close friend I have. I want a friend that will bail me out. And I want a friend that I will bail out. I know it sounds kind of silly, right? I want a friend that close that will bail me out. Now, it doesn't mean I won't judge you because I think friends should judge each other. You shouldn't judge anybody. Yeah, you should. Friends mean you have values that you share. And if you have values that you share and that is violated, trust is broken. Therefore, I think you should judge them. Anyway, I'm off track a little bit here. But nonetheless, trust gets violated and it just hurts because attention has caused the problem. So how do we fix that? Well, we're entering a new era. People call it a new era, but I think it's kind of an official era now. The interest era. Now, personally, and having thought about this a lot and having coached this a lot over time, we've always been in the interest era. What do I want? What am I interested in? It's all about that. Because we know that attention allows us to go into something we're interested in. We also know that when you have attention and you have interest, that you begin to find things you're passionate about that leads to purpose, meaning, and legacy. It's just a big, long chain. You see how it's gotten kind of broken now. But trust me, as a human person, I think you're human, right? It's Thursday. Most people on Thursdays are human. Interest is everything. It's never going to go away. So what has happened in the big picture? Well, since people have now closed the doors, they don't want the noise anymore. They're not doom scrolling. They don't want to be bothered anymore. They got spam stoppers on their phone and on their messaging. Who else is getting all these messages from, oh, hey, I missed you. Could we have lunch today? From India or something, right? All that's going on right now. So we have literally got the blockers up. But we are interested in what we're interested in. So think about this.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Now playing only on Netflix.
If you want a job, are you sending out a resume that tells people how good you are and all your accomplishments and all that kind of stuff? Because essentially, a resume should say that, right? There's no doubt about that. But the tone is everything. Because the person doing the job hiring really is just interested in one thing. They don't really care what you've done. That's just a qualifier. What they care about is, can you do what they need you to do? That's all they're interested in. And AI is causing big challenges to that because you got to get through the filters. And that's a whole other story, a whole other couple of podcasts. I helped my son get a job and a couple others get a job as well. And what we did is we circumvented the AI thing and we just went the networking human thing and built up some personal websites that allowed them to share a story that taught the people that were interested in them what they could actually do for them. So we thought about the person that was doing the hiring. We said, what are they interested in? And let's build up everything that goes that direction. We didn't lie. We just kind of restructured things. Think about the person who is going to hire you and what are they interested in? What if you're in business? If you're in business and you want a customer, I can tell you the customer is only interested in one thing, whatever interests them, whatever has their attention, and they have decided this is interesting to me. You mentioned motorcycles to me, boom. You mentioned dogs and agility, boom, I'm in. There's all kinds of things I'm interested in, and immediately you're going to get my attention. I'm going to lean in and go, oh, wow, this is cool. I'm interested in that. That is today's world. Everybody is just interested in what they're interested in. Now, it's not a narcissistic thing. I believe it's completely human. It's natural. What it is, though, is they blocked out the noise, and that's the problem. But they're still there. They're still paying attention. It's funny, when we, a couple of weeks ago, when I kind of talked about my theme song and nobody giving me any feedback on that, as soon as I asked for it, we got over 800 comments within a couple of days. You all sitting out there floating around, you're interested in what I'm doing here, but, I just hadn't got your attention to actually give me some feedback. So when I did, you just rose up and did it. They're out there. People are still here. If you want a job, they're still hiring. If you want customers for your business, businesses are thriving right now as long as they understand how to do this. Did you know, once you get interested in somebody, you are willing to begin to develop a relationship. You're trying to build trust. Did you know that if you say want to have a best friend and you're looking for a friend and you go to a couple of meetings and you meet somebody and you start to kind of, it starts to work, right? Did you know it's over 50 different experiences you have to have before that becomes what you would call a real friend? And all along the way, things can change. It's like meeting somebody and dating them and eventually getting engaged and getting married. As soon as you become engaged, the whole world changes, right? It's like restarting. All along the way, you can break that trust. So 50 different occasions to build a good friend. If you're online these days and customer finds you, did you know it's 7 to 8 hours of them kind of snooping around your content, kind of Googling you, kind of listening to your podcast or YouTube channel, 7 to 8 hours before they finally say, you know what, I got this person. I like them. I trust them. I believe in them. And if you listen to me every single day, sometimes I'll say things that will break that trust. I don't mean to. I try to be real to you, just who I am. But if you listen consistently to me, you'll understand the context of where it's coming from. You'll see that, no, he's in the right direction. Maybe he just stumbled that day, but I see where he's going, and I picked up on it yesterday, and now I know where he is. If you listen and binge me for a number of podcasts and probably a week or two, you will begin to know exactly how I'm thinking. And I can promise you this, if you come back in a year's time, I will be doing the same thing. I'll be remarkably consistent. I don't change. I am who I am. You get who I am. That's called building trust in a trust deficit. But I have to focus on what you're interested in. And fortunately, in my world, you and I tend to be interested in the same thing. So it works out okay. So I hope this helped you. This is kind of different than what I do on the podcast usually. However, all day, every single day, working with my clients in my office here, this is what I do. Because if we can't break through that, if I can't get you to understand building trust, understand the dynamics of attention and the dynamics of interest, then I can't get you to make more money. I can't get you to shift your identity. I can't get you to get things you want in life. You got to understand the external factors around you, and that's what we are just trying to do right now. So I'll come back tomorrow. We'll do something else. It'll be kind of fun, I think. In the meantime, hit me up. Go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook and join me on my group.